Rashay Ignite Show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody that Lotus Rashay Ignites is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. In the house tonight. Hello, and what do you know? This is your girl Lotus Rashay. Woo, it's hot in here tonight, y'all. I need to dap myself down, y'all. I was backstage getting all excited. Y'all know I've got a powerhouse tonight in here with me. She is gonna set things right because she's simply dynamite. Her name is Rachel Wright Labus, and she is coming tonight to talk to us about, is your food feeding your organs? You need to learn how to have optimal organ health. Why? Because your health is your wealth. And you know what I always say. Come on, y'all. I got notes on this one, so I'm not going to show you. Note takers are money makers. So go ahead and get your ink pen and get your pad. I don't care if you use your eyebrow pencil, because you know sometimes I have had to use my eyebrow pencil to write down notes. Y'all know that's true. Ladies, you know it's true. If you've ever had to use your eyebrow pencil to write down a note, put a 2 in the comment block below. And so as we get ready to start the show, I know many of you may be saying, Lolo, what's going on? What's in your cup? I'm going to share what's in my cup after you share what's in. That's right. I'm a little warm because I'm drinking some coffee. You ever just like the taste of coffee? Especially, I'm going to tell y'all a little secret, some secret sauce about my mother before we get the show started. I buy my mother mushroom coffee. The coffee is made out of mushrooms, Ganoderma. It is very good for you. And she loves it. And I love it too, but I'm not drinking that. It's a little on the pricey side, a little bit, but it's well worth it. I got to knock off tonight, but I'm going to get some of the Ganoderma, but I'm going to take another sip. You should take a sip too. Woo! So after you take a sip, I want you to get hip and go ahead and get your notepad and get your pen and come on in. I want you to tag somebody and share like you know you care, because Miss Rachel Wright Labus is coming with us tonight, and we're going to talk about the foods that are feeding your organs. Many of us are not as healthy as we desire to be, and it's not even anymore really about the pandemic. It's really about us taking care of our body on a cellular level, getting right down to the nitty-gritty of our organs. Because after all, when our organs fail, the rest of our body fails as well. And we don't want that. And if you are ready to find out what foods are feeding your organs, go ahead and put a number 3 in the comment block below, because Rachel's going to come on in and let us know. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to go ahead and tag somebody, come on in and let us know where you're coming in from. Here goes. 30 seconds. You're on the clock. You've got 26 seconds. 26 seconds to go ahead. Tag your friends, tag your frenemies, and come on in and tell them it's time to ignite and take flight in every area of their life. Why? Because we're bringing inspiration to every nation, because we can, and so can you. Let's go. You know what to do. All right. You know what to do. You've tagged some folks, so come on in, get in where you fit in, because I always got room around my table just for you and your frenemies. Now, I really like and love, see, because you can love a person and not like them, but I like and love Rachel Wright Labus, and you're going to love her too. So if you are ready to like and love Rachel Labus, go ahead and put some L's in the comment block below, because we are about to start this show. I'm going to go back in the back room like the upper room. Y'all know that. Y'all know that from the movie. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So I'm going back in the back room and I'm going to get my guest tonight. And I want you guys to give her a hearty welcome. For some of you, you may have seen her on News You Can Use. She is an amazing lady. She's the owner at Vita Nova Transitional Living, and she's the business owner at NPUSA. I want you to welcome my amazing guest. She is a wellness advocate and she's driven to empower people to build their teams and succeed in social networking. Wow, all the while taking an active role in improving their health. And you know why? Because their health is their wealth. And tonight, Rachel Labus is going to help you. And that's Rachel Wright Labus is going to help you ignite and take flight in the healthcare of your life. We go back and get her. Be right back.
Who am I? I am Rachel Wright Labus, and I am a truth seeker. And if you're just like me, you're a seeker of truth, then you don't want to miss Lotus Ritchie. Join me because she will ignite your mind. You ready? You got me running, got me running. Shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Raise your hands up. Raise them up.
How are you?
I am so blessed to be here. I miss you
Awesome.
so much.
Awesome. I miss you too. You are so amazing. You're just a joy to be around, and you are a breath of fresh air. So, Rachel, what can I say? It's so many things that I've already said about you, and so much more that I can say about you. So, give us a bit more of who you are so my viewers can get a little of the secret sauce of who Rachel Wright Labus is.
Well, first and foremost, I am a child of God. That comes first and foremost. So I have to have my humility. You had kind of mentioned in your little opening that upheavals and challenges in my past would have transformed me to be the woman I am today, right? So, but one thing I can say, and that's why I'm so excited about this show, that no matter what my ventures are, if I'm not healthy, it is very difficult to move forward, right?
Exactly.
You know, mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health. I have to be a well-rounded person.
Exactly.
So, yes. So this particular topic, though, is a passion of mine because I am a wellness advocate and I really enjoy educating people as I learn as well because I don't know everything. But as I learn, I love to give people the wisdom and the knowledge that I have attained. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. I'm just excited to be here with my logo.
Woo-hoo! So, folks, I want to welcome you aboard the Ignites train this evening. Tonight, we have a phenomenally powerful topic, and we are talking about is your food feeding your organs? Learn how to have optimal organ health. Why, pray tell, are we talking about organ health? Let's talk about COVID. COVID attacks the primary organs. And many people succumb because the primary organs were already weakened in many cases. But here's the caveat. Not just COVID, but other diseases ravage our organs, especially when we don't have optimal organ health?
Mm.
Well, tonight you're going to learn tonight. You're going to learn tonight. As Kevin Hart say, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. So I want to welcome you to the broadcast. And
Okay.
also for all those that's going to replay this broadcast, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sending you love. So we're going to get right into some of the topic or the questions that we're going right into tonight. So I wanted to ask you, Rachel, a lot of people say, I just want to eat what I want to eat. I
Mm.
don't want nobody bothering me. I don't want nobody telling me what to do.
Mm.
But I understand that it's really critical to eat healthy.
Mhm.
So why is eating foods that are organic or live better for us?
Mm. First, I want to kind of go back to what you started saying about the COVID situation and about, being ravaged
Mhm.
by these, because if our body is in optimal health,
Right.
it has an amazing immune system that is
Exactly.
designed to fight office anything. I mean, it's really
Yes.
literally designed. It's the most complicated machine. So what we need to do, and let me break this down. So
Break
what
it down. Break it down.
what disease and disorders that all diseases and disorders start from inflammation.
Yes.
Inflammation causes all related diseases and disorders, right? So, but what causes the inflammation? That's the question. That's where we start breaking it down into smaller and smaller molecules into cells. It's the cellular level that starts
Yes.
to cause the inflammation because our immune system is trying to attack things, whether it's UV ray light, whether it's being on the phones, blue light, being on our
Hmm.
computers, the
Yes.
sun, toxins in our foods, the water we drink. We're constantly being bombarded with things that
Yes.
cause what we call free radicals. So it's
Right.
important for us to understand that we cannot escape free radicals. So what do? We need to help our bodies be well equipped. I always call my immune system my personal army.
Hmm.
It's an army. It's got to fight for me. So how do I equip it? Well, back to the organic foods, like I didn't know this. I know back when organic foods was like the movement, like organic, and people were real hesitant about it. But we knew it was good for us, but we didn't know. Well, I come to find out why. Okay. So most of the foods that we purchase, this movement started after the World War II, after our world. And we
Right.
started processing foods because we couldn't grow them as much as we could. So we needed to get the food out to the masses more, supply and demand. So that's when preservatives and additives were added to help sustain food, right? So when you're mass producing food, you're adding certain fertilizers and pesticides and stuff to help protect the food so it grows faster and you can turn it over and get the next crop, right? Well, organic is not protected like that. So what happens, and this is really important because I don't want you guys to miss this. What does that mean? Well, if I'm being sheltered, I would call let's go with a child. Let's talk about raising children. If I shelter my child his whole life, he's not exposed to anything other than what I allow him to see within those four walls. Once he leaves, he is going to be totally like bombarded and just lost in the world, right? We have to slowly teach our children and show them the world. Well, it's the same thing with organic foods. Organic foods are not sheltered. They're not, shielded from, the bugs, and so they're forced to get hardy.
Hmm.
There's something in the DNA and the structure of plants that if you like coddle it and don't allow it to grow on its own and amass its own nutrients and to build up its own immunity, then it becomes weak and it's not as strong and fertile and vibrant as a plant that is forced to stand in the sun, not get all these things to protect it. So guess what? We eat that. And that's why they say eat your fruit and you are what you eat. If I'm eating, and I'm not going to sit here and make a debate about GMOs or anything like that, but if I'm eating foods that are modified and are being raised in a way that aren't growing like on their own, producing the nutrients and stuff that they need to sustain their own lives, then I'm ingesting that. So organic food is basically a really hearty way to get ultimate nutrition from a plant, because we're allowing that plant to grow naturally in an environment that will allow it to produce the most fulfilling nutrients for its own survival. So that's what we eat. And that's why, that's a long explanation, but that's why organic foods are very important. So it's worth the money. A lot of people, oh, I don't want to spend extra money on organic. It's so expensive and da 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 da. But when you break it down to the nutrient level, it's vital. You would need probably 2 or 3 times more non-organic foods to get the same nutrients that you would organic foods.
Amen. And so here's the thing that I wanted to talk about. When we talk about paying the price for organic foods, this is what I always say. You either pay now or pay later.
That's right.
Okay? Because
Right.
as you said before, when we consume all these products that are mass produced, they're spraying all these chemicals on them. Even let's talk about our poultries, our cattle, and things like that. They are injecting them oftentimes with different steroids and all these different types of chemicals that causes them to be bigger, that causes them to have more chickens or more cows or what have you. And we're eating this. And then to go a step further, oftentimes we know that when animals are killed, they go through a horrific transition.
Yes.
And so that horrific transition impacts them on a cellular level.
That's right.
And when we eat the flesh, I wonder if we are also consuming a part of that fear,
Yep.
that anger, maybe
Trauma.
that trauma that the animal has suffered because they were sacrificed to be on our plate. And that's something that many people share.
Yes.
And so we really have to be very cognizant of what we eat. If an animal is farm raised, how is that animal being put down to be, food for us?
Absolutely.
And then I love that you said there's something in the DNA of the plants, because again, what we eat affects us on a cellular level. So whatever we put on plants, it affects them on a cellular level. And when we ingest these plants that have been genetically modified, are we being genetically modified as well?
Right.
Things that make you go, okay.
That's right.
So you came in and dropped the mic already. So if y'all know she dropped the mic, go ahead and put an M in the comment, because that was a mic drop. That was a mic drop.
Well,
I'm gonna see if I can get me some whoop whoop. I'm gonna see if I can get me some of my green juice to come up here too. So I know that was a mic drop. Mic drop. Dr. Nyla Baraki, big M's in there, big M's in there. And Angie says we are what we eat, and that is unequivocal. We are what we eat. We are what we eat. So if you haven't yet, please go ahead and like and share this broadcast. Go ahead and like and share this broadcast and tag somebody, because she's already come in. Rachel Wright Labus is here. She has come in. She is dropping the mic. And if you don't know and you just showed up, you're going to learn tonight. Just like my friend Kevin Hart said, you're going to learn today. What is your food feeding? Is your food feeding your organs? And learn how to have optimal organ health. You're going to learn tonight. That's right. Because we're going to keep it right and tight. So let's talk about water. So a lot of times, I got a little cup of coffee here tonight. I'm going to take a sip.
I got my tea.
It's water in it. It's water in it. But I also have something that I drink on a consistent basis. This is a Zumio. Many people know I'm an affiliate with Naturally Plus, and so are you. Woo woo! And we drink hydrogenized water.
Yeah.
Hydrogenized water. So I want to ask, what type of water should we be drinking to hydrate ourselves for those out there, because they, some people may say, well, I can't suck it out the pouch, which you could. If I can't get to it right now, order it from myself or Angela Eltine or Miss Labus. Order it from us. But other than that, what type of water should they be drinking other than hydrogenized water?
That's
To hydrate themselves.
We hear that all the time. Drink more water, drink more water, drink more water. But we got to know what type of water to drink. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lie. I have drank water out of the tap because I didn't have another option at that moment. But normally that is not my go-to, right?
Right.
Just not. But we have to understand what water, first of all, what does water do for the body? Water is a conduit. That's why it's necessary. We're made up over 70% of water. Our body, our very cells operate off of the ingestion of water. So it's able to transmit and to heal, to transmit nutrients and everything that needs to do. I mean, it's just so overwhelmingly simple. We need water, right? Acidic and alkaline. That's where a lot of people get confused. If you go too acidic, you'll kill your cells. If you go too alkaline, because I've known people say, oh, I drink 10.8 alkaline. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of dangerous, right? That's kind of like it's not a good position to be in because you can end up with other ailments. So you want to keep some good, distilled water is good. It may not have the minerals in it, but that's good water. But one thing that we have found in the past 10 years, 15 years, is that hydrogen. Okay, so you say, well, why is hydrogen good? Right, Lotus? Why is hydrogen good? Well, hydrogen is in water, so it's like, well, why would I need extra hydrogen? Because back to what we talked about earlier. Our cells oxidate. When we're bombarded and this inflammation comes, we need an arsenal. And hydrogen is the building block arsenal to help our bodies get rid of that inflammation, to help our cells to fight those free radicals that are destroying our cells. So this is why I drink Azumia every day, because this is my arsenal. I need that hydrogen to help maintain my cell health. You want to piggyback on that one, Lotus? You're on mute. Can't hear you.
Okay, I was muted, y'all. You got to get your water in. I didn't want y'all to hear me sucking up my water because this has a straw in it, and you just suck it. It's made by a company in Japan, and they have corporate offices here in the United States. So I was getting my water in while she was sharing the importance of water. And so I want to kind of trickle back. We've talked about water. We've talked about green foods. We've talked about organic foods and why they're optimal for the health. We talked about greens. So I want to share this with you all. This right here is a green juice. See, y'all can't see it real well, but this is green. This is a green juice, right? And it's just delicious.
I want some.
And this goes out to people that say, I can't eat enough greens in one day to get it going. I just can't. Well, you can juice your greens.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you what's in my cup, because I know many people are saying, okay, Lola, what you drinking? You're always drinking the good stuff. So this is my green smoothie. It has orange juice, bananas, apples, avocado, zucchini, cucumber, ginger, garlic, parsley, kale, and spinach.
Wow. That sounds amazing.
It is. It's so tasty. And here's the thing. The ginger gives it a little kick. But all of these have nutrients in it. And if I'm really feeling funky, I'll throw a little sea moss in it.
Oh, yeah.
Most recently, I've been putting sea moss in my tea, my coffee, my soup, whatever I'm eating. And oftentimes I put bladderwrack in it because, as you know, sea moss has about 92 of the minerals that the body requires each day. So
yes.
I'm gonna take another sip and we're gonna talk about Our next person.
You're teasing. You're teasing.
Folks.
That sounds amazing.
This is it. So, with that said, I want to thank you for saying what you said about the water, because water is really important. Because so many of us, we walk around, Rachel, and we are dehydrated.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we don't even know it. You know, before people used to say, pull your skin like that, and if it goes back, you know, right in place, you're not dehydrated. But if you pull it and it stays up, that means you're dehydrated.
Yes.
I'm sure there are other ways to tell if you're dehydrated, but if you're feeling really thirsty, you know, make sure you drink. And that's another reason too. A lot of people drinking this water that's not alive, they stay thirsty. So when I said that, your finger went up. So what you got to say?
Yeah, I was going to say hunger. People who think they're hungry are really just thirsty.
Yes.
You'd be surprised.
Yes.
You know, the body will, and sometimes we get those mental, what do you call them? The mental transfer cross, thinking, oh, I am so hungry. I'm so hungry. And then you drink some water and you're like, oh, I wasn't hungry. I was just thirsty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, you know, a lot of times when I feel like I'm hungry, I'm always told, drink water.
Yeah.
Get some water. Get some water. And a lot of times I don't want to get water. I'm like, no, I want to eat some food. But what I've been learning to do is drink water.
Yeah.
Instead.
Absolutely.
And when I drink water, lo and behold, you're 100% right. I am not as hungry.
That's right.
So wait, we got somebody that says, LOL, green screen prevents showing the green smoothie. That's right. That's right, Angie. That's right. So listen, folks, if you're just joining the broadcast tonight, I have my wonderful guest, Mrs. Rachel Wright Labus, and we're here tonight and we are talking about, is your food feeding your organs? Learn how to have optimal organ health. And we're going to get ready to talk about the different foods, that's going to feed your organs. And now we can't talk about all of them because it's a lot of them, but we're going to give you at least 5, maybe a few more. So if you haven't gotten your notepad and pen, now is the time. Go ahead, please get your notepad and pen and get in where you fit in, because we are going to share some just golden nuggets with you when we return from our little break, because we're about to take a break and we will be right back. Here goes.
It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed, landing page, social media platforms, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professionals, not assistants, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professionals can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start boxing today.
Who am I? I am Rachel. Right. Ladies. I'm a truth seeker.
It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed.
Ignite your mind.
You ready? You got me running. Shake it, baby. Raise your hands up. Raise them up. Yeah.
right. So, to our viewers, we're so simply, deliciously delighted and happy that you're here with us tonight. Yes, what a wonderful lady. Oh, you love art. I say our energy. Hey, Brenda Ringwood, good to see you. Happy you're here. Let us know where you coming in from. Whoop, whoop. She gave us some threes. Who else we got? Miss Lavis.
Angela from DC. Hey,
Whoop, whoop. And she gave you some love coming in. We have Women with Vision in North Carolina, the remarkable Charlene Sparks. She says, greetings, everyone. Charlene Sparks, founder of Women with Vision in North Cackalack, and she gave you some love when she came in the house. See, she know how to come in the house. Quanasia Lighty is here. Quanasia, I think I know where you're coming in from, but let us know where you're coming in from. I think she's coming in from Newark, New Jersey. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Angela said, what? What'd she say?
Optimal health is key to longevity.
That's right. And got that right. And I know Dr. Nyla Baraki knows how to come in the house. She's coming in from New York City. I better not say the Boogie Down Bronx, because if I mess up, she might get me. True, she might get me. Okay, so I want to thank each and every one of you that's coming in, that's commenting, that's giving you love. And Mr. James Wright is here, and he put an M in the place. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We happy to have you here. And for those of you that's joining us all around the virtual space, please go ahead and tag somebody, let them come in, and let them know that tonight is a night that they will soon not forget, because we're talking about is your food feeding your organs, not my food, because my food gonna feed my organs. Y'all see, I'm drinking my green smoothie. Rachel's food gonna feed her organs, but it's your food. You know, Rachel, people say what you eat don't make me fat. Don't make me healthy.
That's right.
Don't make me sick either.
That's
so
right.
is your food feeding your organs? Write that down. Ask yourself that question, because we've given some tips, and we're going to give some more tips so you can learn how to have optimal organ health. Now, we can't cover it all in one night, but we're going to give you some wonderful tips. So let's get these tips going before we start to close out our broadcast. So can you give us five foods that people can get more, that feed their organs? How about that feed their organs?
So obviously our brain, our heart, and our gut can't live without all three of them.
Right.
There's other organs that might be missing, but those are the three that are most important. We cannot function without them. Optimal health. So my first number one organ I wanted to talk about, or just give a good food, was the brain. Right? With the rise of dementia and Alzheimer's and it's just increasing, y'all. We need to keep our brains healthy, So one thing that you'll find over and over and over again, omega-3 fatty acids.
Yes.
We've been told people want to go on a diet, cut out all your fat. That is not true. Let's go back to the drawing board with that. We cannot live without fat, right? The good fat, and that's the omega-3 fats, okay?
Yes.
So one example of that food is salmon. That's my example.
Yes.
Lolo has one too, but salmon is the main one that I come to for the fish, because you're going to get your protein and you're going to get your fat. So I say salmon. That's my first one. How about you?
I love mackerel. It's one of the top when it comes to omegas 3, 6, and 9. And I love avocados.
Yes.
They're high in omega 3 fatty acids. And if you remember, I have avocado in my green smoothie.
Yeah.
And they're good. And they're a good kind of fat, okay, in the form of alpha linoleic acid, okay? and it's just great for the body.
Yeah.
So if you want to have great omega fatty acids, then that's where you need to. That's a great place to start. But here's another place to start. I'm gonna show you this, and I'm going right to this article. This article is from American Family Physicians. It talks about omega fatty acids, and it says that omega fatty acids have been shown to significantly reduce the sudden death caused by cardiac arrhythmias and all cause mortality in patients with known coronary heart disease.
Mm,
Fatty fish such as salmon, and that's what she talked about.
mm,
Tuna is another great one. I like to get it in water. Fish oil are rich sources in omega-3 fatty acids. And
yes.
so there's a myriad of fruits or vegetables that you can use, and they're fun foods to eat.
Yes.
Fun foods to eat. So don't just I mean, don't count yourself out. I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna put this right in the chat so that you all can have that link. The link is right there for you. And I love to give credit where credit is due. So go ahead and grab that article right here from American Family Physicians on omega-3 fatty acids. Okay. You know,
Very,
Rachel and I do our homework.
very important. Very important. But let's go back to the avocados because
Yes.
my next favorite organ is the skin.
Yes.
Skin doesn't get enough credit. You know, we want to
True.
look young and we want to, you know, make it up and all this, but the skin is our defense. It covers our
Yeah.
bones and our muscles and our organs.
Hmm.
So, and it's an organ itself.
Exactly.
And it's been it's crazy. I had like a skin reaction. I don't know, about 5 or 6 years ago. I went to the doctor. He didn't know what it was. He pulled out his little resource book, and it was about that thick, full
Hmm.
of different skin diseases and disorders that they didn't even know how to cure. I mean, there's thousands of them. So that means our skin is just as important. So how do we keep that? Avocado.
Right.
Avocado. When you said avocado, but I do know some people don't like avocado. So for those who don't like avocado, you might want to eat some guacamole or do some juice fruit
Yeah.
smoothies or something. Because
Exactly.
avocado is just it's amazing.
Exactly. And you can Google it. And I love to give credit where credit is due. There it is. And I've got it on your side. You can click right on the link, go right to it, look up avocado, look at the omega-3s that it has. They're so beneficial for you. And avocado oil, you can put avocado oil in your salad. You
Yeah,
can actually cook with it if you need to.
yeah,
But avocado oil is amazing. And I make salad dressings, homemade salad dressings, all fresh herbs with avocado oil.
yeah.
And it is amazing. Now, me, I tell you, I don't like things swimming around in my mouth. So if the avocado is too mushy, I'm gonna have a problem with that. But I don't have a problem in my juice with it. I don't have a problem in my salad, but I use it the way it works for me. I like the avocado firm, thinly sliced. If
Yeah,
I'm gonna have it, that's how I'm gonna have it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
fantastic. So
That's
that's good stuff. So we got two. We got two more questions before we get out of here. Out of here. Got to do it. Got to do it because I know you have another engagement.
wait. One more.
Yes.
Eggs.
Did you say eggs?
I gotta say eggs. I gotta say eggs because people are like, I've been hearing these trends. Oh, you can't eat eggs because of cholesterol. We need it.
Yes.
Our brain need it, and our eyes too, because there's a lot of lutein. Lutein is very important for eye health, and you get that best in eggs. So I just want to throw that out there.
All
Don't
right. So the lutein in eggs is great for us, but also, like you said, there are a lot of myths that people are talking about when it comes to eggs. But come on, let's face it. Let's be real with it. Eggs do have a lot of benefits. Okay, it helps with proper hair growth. It helps with here. Let me see if I can bring this up for you. Let me see if I can bring this up for you. Let me see. And now, don't get me wrong, folks. We're not saying for some of you that you should eat eggs. Talk to your physician. We're not medical doctors. Talk to your physicians before you do anything. We don't want you to say, "Oh, I heard on the Lotus Rocher Ignite show, honey, that I should be eating 50 eggs a day." That's not what we're saying. We are not saying that. Okay, we're not saying that. But what we are saying is this. I'm going to share this with you, and I'm going to share with you where I get this information from. Okay, if you look right here, this is femina. You see it, right? For feminine. 6 beauty benefits of eggs for hair care. Let's talk about your hair. It conditions it naturally. It adds luster to your mane, and it replenishes protein. It tames frizzy hair. It balances scalp sebum, and it enhances your hair growth. So if you're having challenges in that area, use some eggs, crack them open, wash your hair in it, eat some eggs. I mean, all right. Rocky used to drink the eggs. So eggs are not bad for you. And thank you for bringing that up because they are a great source of protein. So see, another mic drop. No. And of course, this is where we got the information from, and I'm going to put it on your side so it's in your link and you can grab it as well. So thank you. See, she do her homework. She wasn't going to let me get out of here without saying eggs. So we have two more. So is it safer? Well, first let's talk about how can people get more nutrients out of their foods? And I know we talked about eating more of the right things, and you talked about blueberries, and you talked about other things. So can you share with us some of those things that really give us great nutrients?
Well, I want to start off with encouraging people when you're in the grocery store is to read. Don't go by what you see. Go by what you read.
Yes.
So if you're picking up a package, now I know like if it's a fruit or if it's a vegetable, you know, more times than not, there's not going to be a label or anything on it. But if you're buying something packaged, read what's on the package.
Right.
I was taught that if I can't pronounce most of the names on there,
right,
it's probably
yes.
There's probably a lot of additives, preservatives. We just need to educate ourselves. And I teach my children that. You know, my grandson right now, when we go to the store, I tell him, okay, he's only 6 years old. I already got him looking on the back of the label, right?
Yep.
It's really important to know what's in the food you're eating. So that to me is one of the number one ways to prevent ingesting the things that aren't nutrients, because a lot of that stuff does not feed the body.
Yep. And you know what? I'm going to share this with you. Something that is a shocker. When I was growing up, I used to punish beefaroni. I loved beefaroni. Beefaroni be like, no, don't eat me again today. Not again today. I used to punish beefaroni. Well, guess what? Beefaroni has about 700 milligrams of sodium in it.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine how many kids are still eating these things?
Yes.
I have videos where I've gone in stores and I've got video footage of the back of these labels. And so one day I'm going to do a show on that. Because we're giving these things to our children and we're wondering why our children now are suffering from diabetes. They're suffering from heart attacks and strokes at early ages. Well, I don't know a child that has suffered a stroke, but they have high blood pressure. Okay. I mean, really.
Obesity.
And obesity because of what's in their food. And these are things that we're giving kids. And some of these things are saying that it's nature's goodness and all that. Is nothing good about the nature of high sodium in the foods that we're eating.
Yes.
Okay. So we really have to be careful about that.
Piggyback on that, because when my children were young, I tried to feed them healthy, right?
Yep.
And out of ignorance, I used to love, and I'm not trying to, maybe I shouldn't say the name, but those juicy drinks. I'm not going to say the brand name.
Yes.
Don't anybody get in trouble.
Yes.
Those juicy drinks in a pouch similar to this.
Yes.
I buy them by the caseful. And then as I got a little more educated, it's like, there ain't no juice in here.
Yes.
There's no juice, and it's full of sugar. Just full of sugar. Now, one reason I bought it because there's no dye in it. Because I was against the red dyes and stuff like that when they were younger, and I didn't give my kids sodas, but I was still giving them a whole bunch of sugar. So I agree with you. It's so important, and you should definitely do a whole show just based on additives and preservatives and what not to eat.
Exactly, and that show's coming. And Rachel, I'm gonna invite you back to be with me on that show. And folks, we won't call no names, but I'll sure show you some videos with actual labels. Because what I'm saying is the truth. Okay, and if it's out there in the public, it is for public consumption.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, and I don't mind highlighting labels because the truth is the truth.
Absolutely.
Okay. And thank you, Maxine, for sharing that. She said MSG, it affects their memory and retention of our young children. Yeah. And you notice that a lot of our young children, they cannot remember nothing.
Nothing you just told them 2 minutes ago.
Exactly. And the high fructose corn syrup. That's another thing. Here's a tip for you. If you read a label and the first word on there is sugar, high fructose corn syrup, or something like that,
run. Put it back.
Things that make you go,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And so,
Maxine, thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Maxine. We appreciate you. And so, as we close, we want to just share this with you. We want to thank you, Juan, for being a part of the broadcast. And I would be remiss if I didn't ask you this as we close. Is it safer for people to grow their own produce, and why?
Absolutely. I love this subject. I don't have a big garden because I don't have a huge plot of land, but we have a couple of raised beds in the back, and one thing about having your own, it's actually called Plant Your Plate. Plant Your Plate. And it's a growing movement. It's making a comeback. So I would encourage anybody out there. One good thing about it is you can plant what you want. Plant what you want. So like I like basil, I like tomatoes, I like spinach. There's things that I know I like. I can plant in my backyard.
Yep.
Now I'm not going to mass produce and have enough, to last me all year long, but I can go out back and go right now and go pluck some lettuce out of my backyard, right? You know where it's coming from.
Exactly.
And where it's coming from. And this is more of an environmental thing, but you're helping reduce fossil fuels. It minimizes the use of pesticides and synthetic fertilizers. Yes. And it also saves money.
Yep.
Go figure. And it's organic because I get to put in what I want. I can buy the best soil. I'm not putting synthetic fertilizers on my food, so I know what I'm getting. So that's organic growing in my backyard, right?
Hello.
Best thing to eat is organic. So yes, I encourage you to take up one pot and start growing something, just one thing.
Yes.
Yes.
And some things you can grow right in your own house. I know because I grow green onions right in my kitchen, on my kitchen windowsill, right in the kitchen. And it's effortless, y'all. It's effortless. Effortless. So if you look right here, I've already got the link in there for you for Plant Your Plate. So click on it and help yourself ignite and take flight in the wellness of your life. And Angie said, I grew up eating from a home garden.
Yes.
And that really makes a huge difference.
Really
so with no further ado, Rachel Wright Labus, I want to thank you for being here with us tonight, for knocking the topic out of the park. Is your food feeding your organs? Learn how to have optimal organ health. And now, like I said before, we cannot go over every little thing, but we've given you some great tips, some golden, nice nuggets to use to take back with you when you go to the store. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Make sure that you like and share this broadcast. Okay. Make sure you like and share and watch party this broadcast. Okay. And make sure you eat plenty of apples. Apples have 92 elements that your body needs.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
mm.
Why do they say that? Mm, it probably will help you get back to homeostasis. So
Yeah.
make sure you do that. And the root cause of disease is inflammation and acid. Remember that. Remember that. And another thing that you wonderfully shared with us is that we want to get back to growing in the garden because
Yeah.
it reduces fossil fuels, it minimizes using pesticides and synthetic fertilizer, blah, 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 right? And it saves money and overhead on expenses.
Yes.
So don't sell yourself short because you deserve the very, very, very best.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So with that being said, we are going right to final words of wisdom with our wonderful guest, Rachel Wright Labus. Rachel.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on, Lolo. I really appreciate it. I look forward to coming back. I
You
appreciate everybody coming on because what you're doing, just taking the time to listen, is showing not any of us, but showing yourself that you want to take responsibility for your own health. And that's ultimate. That is the first and foremost most important thing we can do is take responsibility for our health. Don't put it on the doctor's shoulders. Don't put it on Lotus's shoulders. Don't put it on your kids or your parents. It rests on your shoulders. And if you want to live a long, healthy, prosperous life, take responsibility for what you put in your body. So I want to thank you for having me on, Lotus. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed it as always.
All right, fantastic. And thank you, Rachel. And please make sure everybody connect with Rachel. You can reach her right there. You can hit her up on her Gmail, and you can also connect with her on Facebook. Connect with her on Facebook. She's got an amazing talk that she does every week. Every week that is just going to set you like it's going to set your soul on fire because she's talking about how to be healthy. She's giving you real live tips in the moment. So Rachel, before you go, can you tell folks a little bit about that particular show?
Yes, it's called the Wellness Forum, Health Wellness Forum, and I do it every Wednesday night, and it's 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I have different guests come on that specifically talk about different natural forms of healing, and that can stem from from massage to diabetic I mean not diabetic formulas, but different ways to eat healthy for diabetes, even testosterone health, right? So I just love bringing average people on, and some doctors, some nurses, just to talk about natural ways of staying healthy. So join me and my other guests and my team, and we're gonna have Lotus on one day too, talking about health. We're
Yes.
just gonna flip
Please.
flop.
Yes. Woo!
Well, thank you.
All right, thank you. So make sure you join her. And Sharon Finn, hey, I see you, young lady. So make sure you join her. I've already put the link on your side of the comment so you can join her as she helps you to help yourself ignite and take flight in the healthcare of your life. And so, folks, my final words of wisdom are these: connect with Rachel and get on her show and learn everything that there is to know that she can help you so you can learn if your food is feeding your organs. You
Yeah.
got to know it. So, with no further ado, I'll see you back here tonight at the same bad time, same bad channel to help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life because I'm bringing inspiration to every nation. Why? Because I can. That's right. And so, again, special thanks to my amazing guest, Rachel Wright Labus. She came, she saw, and she dropped the mic. She kept it right and tight. And if you like what she had to say, make sure you connect with her on Facebook today. Good night. We love you. And don't forget, ignite and take flight in every area of your life.
Who am I? I am Rachel Wright Labus, and I am a truth seeker. And if you're just like me, you're a seeker of truth, then you don't want to miss Lotus Ritchie. Join me, because she will ignite your mind.
All right, special thanks to our guest, Rachel, right lady. She came, she saw, and she dropped the peace, light, and ignite and take flight in every area of your life with my fabulous guest, Rachel Wright Lavis. Thank you to all of our viewers. We appreciate you, and be sure to like and share with someone.
Thank you for watching the show, and be sure to follow us on Instagram. Like and share, and let us know that you care. Also, let us know what other type of shows you'd like us to present just for you. Thank you.